If you've walked down your local high street lately and thought, hang on, wasn't there a shop here? You're not imagining it. According to the Centre for Retail Research, a record 17,349 shops shut across Britain in 2025, taking over 200,000 jobs with them. And the experts reckon 2026 is shaping up to be just as brutal. Welcome back to EZ Life UK. Today we're counting down 10 of the biggest, most recognisable British retailers pulling stores off our high streets this year, some restructuring to survive, some going under completely. We'll look at how many shops, how many jobs, and what it actually means for your town. Stick around to the end, because number 1 is a proper gut punch for anyone who grew up on the British high street. Right, let's get into it. Number 10, the original factory shop. Kicking off at number 10, the original factory shop. This is one you might not clock by name, but if you're from a smaller town, chances are you've popped in for a bargain. Founded back in 1969, TOFS built its whole business on clearing surplus stock cheap, a proper discount department store for the high street. In January 2026, owner Modella Capital put the business into administration, blaming weak Christmas sales, rising government costs and stiff competition from Chinese online retailers like Shein and Temu. That's put around 140 stores and roughly 2,500 jobs at TOFS and its sister brand Claire's on the line together. 4 smaller towns without a big shopping centre nearby, TOFS was often one of the last proper shops left on the parade, so its disappearance leaves a real gap for bargain hunters and pensioners on fixed incomes alike. Number 9, Game. At number 9, it's the end of an era for gamers. Game's standalone high street shops, the last 3, in Dudley, Lancaster and Sutton, are closing their doors for good. Most of the chain disappeared back in 2019 when Fraser's Group, Mike Ashley's empire, took it over, folding game sections into Sports Direct and House of Fraser instead. The online shop stays open, and you'll still find game counters inside around 200 Sports Direct and House of Fraser branches. But for anyone who remembers queuing at midnight for a new console launch, or trading in old titles for pocket money, the last few physical game shops shutting marks the quiet end of the standalone games shop as we knew it on the British High Street. Number 8, Revolution Bars, the Revel Collective. Number 8 takes us into the nighttime economy. The Revel Collective, the group behind Revolution, Revolution de Cuba and Peach Pubs, went into administration this year. The good news first. Over 1,500 jobs were saved and 41 venues will keep trading. The bad news is that 21 bars across the country have shut for good. Rising energy costs, wage increases, and a squeeze on nights out spending have all played their part. For town centres that leaned on a big bar chain to anchor a Friday night out, losing a Revolution or a Peach Pub venue isn't just about one closed unit, it often means fewer reasons for people to come into town after 6 p.m. at all, which knocks on to taxes, takeaways, and everything else nearby. Number 7, TGI Fridays. 7th place goes to a familiar name from birthday dinners and Friday treats. TGI Fridays UK went into administration back in 2024, and was rescued by new owner Sugarloaf TGIF Operations in January 2026. Unfortunately, that rescue has come at a cost. 16 UK diners have shut without warning, with the company saying it was the best route to protect the rest of the business and avoid a bigger wave of job losses further down the line. For a lot of families, TGI Fridays was the special occasion chain, birthdays, exam results, first jobs. Losing over a dozen branches in one go means fewer of those milestone meals happening on the local high street, and more of that spend shifting to delivery apps or supermarket dine-in deals instead. Number 6, Russell and Bromley. At number 6, a proper heritage brand in trouble. Russell and Bromley, the 145-year-old British shoe retailer, went into administration earlier this year. Next stepped in and bought the brand, but only secured 3 locations, Chelsea, Mayfair, and the Bluewater Shopping Centre in Kent. That leaves the other 33 Russell and Bromley shops around the country in limbo, with no confirmed future. It's a good reminder that even a brand with a century and a half of history isn't safe from rent pressure and the shift to online shoe shopping. For shoppers who valued being able to actually try shoes on and get proper fitting advice from staff who knew the stock, this one stings a bit more than most. Number 5, Cancer Research UK. Number 5 moves us into charity retail, and this one affects high streets in a different way. Cancer Research UK confirmed it's closing 88 shops by May 2026, with talk of up to 100 more by April the following year. The charity says spiraling running costs, changing shopping habits and a drop in volunteer numbers are behind the decision. It's not all doom. Mind, Cancer Research UK is investing in around 12 larger superstore-style shops in retail parks by 2028, so the charity retail model isn't disappearing, just changing shape. But for now, towns from Leeds to Glasgow to Swansea are losing a shop that a lot of people relied on for cheap books, clothes, and bric-a-brac, and one that funneled money straight into cancer research. Number 4, Lloyds Banking Group. Fourth place, and this is the one hitting older and rural communities hardest, banking. Lloyds Banking Group, which covers Lloyds Bank, Halifax, and Bank of Scotland, confirmed 95 branches are closing between May 2026 and March 2027. That's 53 Lloyds branches, 31 Halifax branches and 11 Bank of Scotland sites, leaving the group with 610 branches nationwide once the dust settles. It's part of the wider shift towards mobile and online banking that's been going on for years, but for anyone without a smartphone, a decent broadband connection, or the confidence to bank on an app, often older residents in villages and small towns, a closed branch can mean a long bus ride just to pay in a cheque or sort out a pension query in person. Number 3, Poundland. At number 3, one of Britain's best-known discount chains. Poundland was sold last June for a symbolic £1 to Gordon Brothers, and since then it's been through a serious restructuring. All told, the chain has closed close to 150 stores, cutting its network down from around 800 shops to roughly 651, and reducing staff numbers from 14,200 to about 12,000. Poundland says the main restructuring is now done, and it's going back to basics with simple £1, £2 and £3 pricing and bringing back its Pep & Co clothing range. So there's a genuine turnaround story here, but for the towns that lost their local Poundland along the way, that's cold comfort. For a lot of families on tight budgets, Poundland was the place you could stretch a fiver furthest, and every closure means a longer trip for the essentials. Number 2, River Island. Runner-up spot goes to River Island, and the numbers here are stark. The fashion retailer confirmed the closure of 32 to 33 stores in January 2026 alone, part of a court-approved restructuring plan after reporting a £33.2 million loss in 2023 following a 19% drop in sales. River Island still runs over 200 stores and employs around 5,500 people, but a significant chunk of those roles are now at risk, even with the company trying to redeploy staff where it can. River Island was a genuine high street staple for a generation who grew up buying their first going-out outfit there. Losing over 30 branches in one hit, in cities including Brighton, Oxford, Edinburgh and Wrexham, shows just how tough the mid-market fashion space has become when rent, wages and online competition all pile on at once. Number 1, Claire's. And at number 1, the closure that's really shaken the nation, Claire's. In April 2026, administrators at Kroll confirmed that every single one of Claire's 154 standalone stores across the UK and Ireland had stopped trading, with more than 1,300 staff given notice of redundancy. Around 350 concessions inside bigger stores like ASDA are still open for now, but the purple shopfronts that defined a generation of birthday parties, sleepovers, and first ear piercings are gone from our high streets. Claire's had actually gone into administration twice within a year, and its owner Modella Capital pointed to weak Christmas trading, rising employer national insurance costs, and perhaps most tellingly brutal competition from ultra-cheap online platforms like Shein and Temu, which can undercut a physical jewelry shop on price every single time. Retail analyst Catherine Shuttleworth summed it up neatly, telling the BBC that today's younger shoppers have simply never had more choice about where they spend their pocket money. For millions of us, Claire's wasn't just a shop, it was a Saturday ritual, a rite of passage, and honestly, the soundtrack to a lot of 2000s and 2010s childhoods. Its disappearance from the high street is one of the clearest signs yet of just how much retail has changed. So that's 10 of the biggest UK retail closures shaping 2026, from bargain shops and banks to bars, shoes, and Claire's iconic purple storefronts. The thread running through all of them is the same: rising costs, changing shopping habits, and a high street that's having to reinvent itself in real time. If your local shop's on this list, or if there's one closing near you that we haven't covered, drop it in the comments below. We read every one of them. And if you found this useful, hit subscribe here on EZ Life UK, because we'll be keeping track of every major closure as the year goes on. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.